Once upon a time, in the heart of a remote mountain village named Zarn, the villagers lived under the constant threat of violent thunderstorms. The village was nestled in a deep valley, surrounded by towering peaks that seemed to scrape the heavens. It was said that the gods of the mountains often waged war in the skies above, their furious clashes manifesting as lightning storms that could split the air and shake the earth. Among the villagers was a young girl named Lyra. She was different from the others, possessing a rare gift that set her apart. She could sense the approach of lightning. While the rest of the village cowered in fear at the first rumblings of a storm, Lyra felt an odd connection, a stirring in her soul whenever the skies darkened. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped behind the mountains and the sky turned a deep, foreboding purple, Lyra felt the familiar tingling sensation in her fingertips. The air grew thick with anticipation, and she knew a great storm was brewing. She hurried to the village square where the elders had gathered. "Another storm is coming," Lyra announced, her voice steady despite the nervous glances from the villagers. The elders nodded, their faces etched with concern. "We must prepare," said Elder Thalos, his deep voice carrying the weight of many harsh seasons. "But this storm feels different. There is a strange energy tonight." Lyra knew what he meant. This storm felt alive, charged with an almost palpable intensity. As the first flashes of lightning lit up the sky, she felt a sudden urge to venture out into the storm. Something was calling to her. Ignoring the warnings of her fellow villagers, Lyra wrapped herself in a heavy cloak and set out towards the mountain's edge. The wind howled, and the rain began to pelt down, but she pressed on, guided by an inexplicable force. She climbed higher and higher, the path becoming treacherous as the storm intensified. The lightning now came in rapid succession, illuminating the jagged landscape in eerie staccato bursts. Finally, she reached a plateau where the storm seemed to converge, the lightning striking with an almost rhythmic precision. In the center of the plateau stood an ancient stone monolith, inscribed with runes that glowed faintly in the electric light. Lyra approached, feeling the energy pulsing from the stone. She placed her hands on its surface and was immediately enveloped in a blinding flash of light. When the light faded, she found herself in a vast ethereal landscape, the skies above roiling with storm clouds and crackling with lightning. A figure stood before her, cloaked in shimmering robes and radiating power. It was the Stormbringer, an ancient deity of the mountains who had watched over the village for centuries. "Lyra," the Stormbringer spoke, their voice like thunder. "You have been chosen. Your gift is a rare one, and with it, you can harness the power of the storm." Lyra felt a surge of understanding, the tingling in her fingertips, the pull towards the lightning. It had all been leading to this moment. She bowed her head in reverence. "What must I do?" "Embrace the storm," the deity replied. "Learn to control it, and you will protect your people from its wrath." With that, the Stormbringer raised their arms, and a bolt of lightning struck Lyra. Instead of pain, she felt a surge of energy coursing through her veins. She was transformed, her senses heightened, her body charged with the storm's power. When she returned to the village, the storm was still raging, but now Lyra was its master. She raised her hands to the sky, and the lightning obeyed her command, dancing across the heavens in a breathtaking display. The villagers watched in awe as Lyra directed the storm away from the village, guiding it to the far peaks where it could unleash its fury without harm. From that day on, Lyra became the guardian of Zarn, revered and respected. The storms still came, but with Lyra's guidance, they were no longer a source of fear. Instead, they became a reminder of the power and beauty of nature, and of the brave young girl who learned to command the lightning.